Yes, looking at AI is an age. There's always a time for us as human beings where
Mm-hmm.
everything that we do changes. Normally, we call it civilization.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking at time past in history where we moved from um, doing things manually to industrialization age. Now we got cars, then we got internet, and now we are going into a whole new era where artificial intelligence will be taking center stage in the affairs of man. So at our early age, where currently introduced to kind of AI, ChatGPT, and all these models that we are using, is kind of new in the initial stage of a new era. So that's why there is this hesitation in getting people involved or people trying to reject it. But a time will come where, in the near future, it will be part and parcel of our lives. So it wouldn't be something that you would say, I will stay away from using AI, I will stay away from using a chat GPT or using any model in everything that I'm doing. So yes, but when it comes to in the early ages and stages that we have right now, which is not now integrated,
Mm-hmm.
then there's the caution that we need to really make sure that the kids are educated in what levels that they can use and what they can use. Because this AI that we are talking about, in terms of its ability and capabilities, the things that they can do, it's not something that you would want your kid to be on it all the time. You would
Mm-hmm.
want to control the things that they're doing, and even not just kids, even as adults too, we have that responsibility as to kind of how we are using it. It can really affect us if we don't really take care.
Um, about 3 days ago, I saw a video online, right? Um, it's had nothing to do with AI, but it's also has something to do with the current changing that is happening right now, because most manufacturers are advocating for electric cars and natural gas and trying to do away with the gasoline and diesel and those stuff. I saw this video. Someone was driving an electric car, and he has a trailer, small trailer in American San Antonio here, small trailer behind him. And on the trailer, he has fixed a generator on the trailer. And the generator is working whilst he has connected it to
The
the
car.
charger. But the question I ask myself is, what is the use of it? What is the importance of buying an electric car, knowing very well that this will save you your money, right? But yet, you went to buy gasoline, put it in the generator, or the generator is also, what do you call it? It's also
Yeah, using
electric
fuel.
or
It's still using fuel.
it's still
It's still
using fuel.
using
So
fuel.
you went to buy gasoline, put it in the generator to power the electric car. So what is the essence of saving there? I'm
Yeah.
connecting it to the AI that, we AI. You think a time will come that AI robots will do everything, that while human beings will just sit down, do nothing, and just refuse to think, refuse to, clock their mind, and refuse to manufacture, refuse to do everything that AI is going to take over. Do you
Yeah.
see that time
It's the
coming?
new future that we have to define. But
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, when it comes to the affairs of governance and
Mm-hmm.
rulership, the majority of the world, we are not part of it. We
Mm-hmm.
just in the world and experience the outcome where the decisions that these decision makers make,
Mm-hmm.
because we need to define what it would be, or a time will come in, and yes, it's very close and near,
Mm-hmm.
because they already have AI. So the AI is different from the robot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the robot and then humanoids are the machines where they will put the AI as the brain into, or the
The
life.
robot,
It's
okay.
just like we're saying God breathed the
Put the
breath
breath
into the
into
living. So
human,
the
okay.
robot is kind of the body formed, and then you have the breath as
The
your
AI,
AI that goes into the robot. So now when it comes, I wouldn't say it's alive, but when it becomes active, activated, or it becomes, you turn it on, now we have some as police, In some countries, I've heard they've already kind of have some of these AI robots as police. They have them as waiters. They have them doing so many work, which initially we think, oh, it's just for the industries in the factories, so they are helping in the factories. But there are some factories that you go, everything is automated. They have just the machines doing everything.
Don't you think it's reducing the amount of the employment? I mean, it's
a big issue. It's a big
issue because when you go to the QT here,
it's a big issue.
The QT here, the gas station over here, they have this machine that mop the floor. I'm mopping the floor. Yeah, please allow me to mop the floor. When it comes, it gets to you, it sends human, it stops and turn the direction. Now, because of that, they've not employed anybody to mop the floor again. That person has lost his or her job.
And my problem with that is that wherever there is job, and that's why I said the leaders or we as human beings, as collective, needs to define what we want the future to be. Because wherever there is job, human population increases. So if job is decreasing, then to me, if nothing is done about the situation, we're going to have lesser human beings in the future.
Yeah. Because if I give birth to 3, 4, and they have no job, what is the essence of giving birth?
I mean, in the first place, when we are talking about job, right, to me, it boils down to the whole survivor issue. It's, as I said, scarcity is our creation. So if when they were creating this AI, imagine when God was creating, because remember we say artificial intelligence. So what is the natural intelligence then? So the natural intelligence to me is that being and force within us. So imagine when God was creating human beings and did not, I wouldn't say he did, but make us in a way we're not so powerful like God to overthrow God, right? Because now with the AI, to me, I don't think we really understand the full capability of an AI. There are some, like a spectrum, right? We say if you pick 5 people here and you are testing their intelligence or consciousness, you've realized that in all areas that you would test, there are some that will be of lower intelligence and some that will be of a higher intelligence. So they are all not having the same intelligence. It's the same as AI. You can say all AI are like this. There are some that are super intelligent. To me, we are there already. Some that are very, very brilliant. Some that are very silly. There are some that are very trained. Yeah. So we can't really say everything that he knows, we know.
Okay.
Everything that he can do, we know. And that is where the problem is. That a time will come where we will create one of them, if we've not done already, that knows so much that we don't. And then when we give it the body and the form and it walking up among us, and that brings
They'll
us
go
to,
against us.
we've made movies of it. And it's not something new. To me, it's not something new. It's not something new at all. That, as I mentioned in one of my books, Humanity in the Balance, Morality in the Age of the Machines and Artificial Superintelligence. It talks about in the near future where we would have 3 people in the world. You would have the pure human beings, those that will say we are not taking any form of machine. And then you have those that will be augmented. That means they are part human, part machine. So you meet somebody, he has no legs, he got legs of machine. You meet somebody, he has no heart, but a machine which is heart. The brain is not organic. It's not matter. It's not biological. It's this machine that they've created and put his memory and intelligence and everything, his consciousness into that machine. So you have part human, part machine. And then you would have people who are purely machines. They don't have any organic part or biological part on their body structure that you meet. And these are the 3 kinds of people that the book talk about that we will be having in the near future. Yeah, so it's something some scientists and researchers believe we've crossed the line of no return on AI, where we can control, like we say, okay, we've built an AI where we control it. We've gone beyond that. There are some of the AIs, and the whole thing is that we never know what any country is making. because now it's a matter of profitability and production. So if I'm a president of a nation, I will create one to solve problems. So nobody knows how advanced each country has advanced their AI. And the more you advance it, the more they get out of control. So we simply living on the verge of a whole new era, a whole new timeline.
When God created human, during the time of Babel, God realized that human beings are becoming too united, and they are trying to do unthinkable. God said, I'm wiser than you. Let's go and confuse them. So, as those who are creating AI, you have to make sure that you put some confusion mechanism in them. When words become worse, you just switch on the knob, and it begins to confuse them. Then they will not be one. Otherwise, when they become one, it will be like the Terminator.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, from the book I mentioned, we understand morality. We protect human beings. So there was this man that wrote like the robotic law that says the robot was supposed to protect human beings. The robot was supposed to try to exist, but he shouldn't go against the law to protect human beings. So everything is centered about human beings because we came to understand that we are the highest of intelligence or the highest being on earth that is worthy to be protected. So when we come as humans, we come to a forest, we don't care the animals that are there, all the conscious beings over there, we just destroy whatever is there, build whatever we desire. And we make laws that if you harm a human, then it's like the highest of crimes because human is the highest value. So what if in that near future, these machines
all become one
and now
rise against humans?
They are stronger than humans. They are more intelligent than humans.
You can't kill them.
They have different language we cannot understand.
You cannot understand.
And now, are they going to prioritize humans? That's the question. Because morals, right? Morals. When we are looking at humans,
bro, I don't want to imagine. The imagination, the fiction is too strong. I don't want to imagine that it will get to that extent. At that time, I may not be alive.
If we're in computer,
at that time, I may not be alive at that time to witness, but my descendants may be alive to witness. Because what you are saying, I think it's in about 50 years or closer to that.
I think we are closer to that. The way they are making these AIs, we are closer than that.
Goodness.
I mean, it's very interesting. It's very interesting.
Let's equip ourselves with the knowledge of AI. Maybe some people are trying to create AI to take over the job market, to cause troubles, to do a lot of things, send missiles, do this, do that. We can also, at least, as our kids really want to study mathematics and also become engineers, so that they may also create antidote and whatever to their stupidity.
Safeguards.
They will have a safeguard that, okay, I have this. If you put it in AI, if you touch any skin of whatever, it can, dissolute or whatever their all the activities. I said that will come that human being we have no control, because AI can choose not to open their mouth. So we even hear that robots, they may choose not to open their mouth, but they will still communicate.
Yeah, that's
true. They can just look at their faces like that.
Internet,
internet, and they will still communicate. Yeah. But you have to open your mouth. So even if you do this, they understand. They understand the sign language. They understand everything. But they can just sit there as I'm talking to this camera. They just sit there and look at me, and they understand what they are trying to say. That is the dangers of it.
There has been advances. Meta, which is Facebook, is developing one model that's able to read minds too. So,
what is this kind of what is wrong with these people? They are just doing everything possibility. What is wrong with them? They will do they will come and take over. They will come in because this thing, and when you fly, they will fly. When you go under earth, they will come. Whatever, they can dig, they can smoke, they can. But one thing is that they can survive under so many conditions that we cannot survive.
We are biological. That's the good
Yes.
thing. So the whole thing that I was talking about the book is saying is that you would be at that moment when these robots comes as part and parcel of our lives. We would be kind of forced, not to say forced, it becomes a necessity for you to adapt or augment. It will be like, oh, okay, you're walking around and all these robots, they know everything, the people are advancing, and then you alone, you know half of the things to do. You are not connected to the global kind of infrastructure, internet, or because somebody that is having a chip or the Neuralink, he doesn't have to open his mouth. He just talk to computer without even opening the computer. And then there are so many things that they know because they can download all. Then they don't need to go to school to learn.
They just
medicine.
connect with the lens on your eyes and they read your
You just
they read
connect.
your
You
mind.
just connect to Google without taking your phone, and then everything that we are asking you, you know everything. You just know. You know because you know, because you got a chip in there. And then now, when you're talking to a robot, you meet a robot, you can also be more intelligent than the robot because of what you are downloading is maybe updated than what the robot has.
Whatever they want to do.
You'll be like, oh, you'll be forced to like, in a way, it's a like
for this one,
the augmentation.
Oh, let them go because I just pray that this more modern thing because new phones are coming, new TVs that are kept, new technologies are coming, but I pray that they will not do anything quote unquote stupid to come and take over human beings. I mean, for that one will be the highest of insubordinate or indiscipline. Ebusia, drop your comment at the comment section. If you want this AI to take over the world, just let know. All of us will manage. My name is Ataba Fojambra, Mr. Ajman Bonsu. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for this education. But it's scary anyway. It's scary though. All right, we're going to meet once again next week, God willing. Enjoy the rest of your time. Bye-bye.